promise I'm not going to turn this channel into a farming channel, but you have to see this. A whole pile of cuteness. 12 piglets. Day 2 of lockdown, no soccer today. Heading out this morning for my first trail run and the newly discovered trails around my house. And the first time that I'll be wearing some trail shoes. Different, exciting. I'll let you know how I go. I originally intended to feature my Thursday morning run, 12 minutes from school, 12 and a half minutes back. But as you can see, the video was really shaky. So I'm pivoting today. Got the Wild Horse 6 on, so I'm going to go for a run in them. And I'm going to show you the trails that I've only just discovered, because one day I decided to eventually turn right. If you're wondering how I get these videos, I've got to look silly for the process. GoPro Hero 7 on time warp mode. Alright, here we go, about to turn right. The new me. don't know if you can quite tell how big this hill is behind me. It goes a long way. I saw it earlier, thought I'd give it a go at some time. Why not today? 12.8 k's in. Let's go. That was an absolute killer. I swear I didn't walk any of that, but my pace got out as slow as 14 minutes 45 seconds for a run. It's just up. Oh, back down again. Won't be super quick down because it's a bit too steep to be safe. So it would appear my featured run attempt has run out of battery. That's a shame. Oh well, got about 3 k's still home. And they're not easy k's. There's going to be a lot of elevation gain today. Spot on 2 hours to get home. Not a moment more. Hope that's for me. Alright, I'm going to go cool down. Then I'm going to talk to you about building a training plan. Alright, feeling better now. It's a good run. So one of my favourite parts of preparing for an event is actually writing out the training plan. I don't know why, I just enjoy seeing where I am at the moment and seeing where I want to work up to before race day. So I'm going to walk you through how I am going to do mine. So the first thing you want to do is write in the event date. So for me that's Run Melbourne on the 25th of July. And then you need to number the weeks that you have for your training block. So I've just got an 8-week training block. Then the next thing I'm going to do on the far right is write the number of kilometres I want to run each week. So for me this week I ran 56 kilometres, so it would be fine to bump that up just to 60 kilometres next week. And the general rule of thumb is to go up by about 10% per week. Next step for me is putting 10 kilometres in each Saturday, because that's kind of a non-negotiable. I have to run 10 k's at soccer. My other non-negotiable is a Thursday morning 6 kilometre threshold run. So this coming Monday I'm going to do 4 kilometres with my oldest daughter at a nice slow speed. I'm using the light blue to indicate a light day. And then on the Wednesday I run with both Gabby and Clara, and we just do the 3 k's in the afternoon. Again, it's a nice light speed for me. I'm going to use orange for my longer runs. So I'm doing 16 kilometres at the moment on a Tuesday. I'll do that for a few more weeks. And then I'm going to start upping it to 20. And sticking with orange for the long runs. This coming Sunday I'll run 21 kilometres, half marathon. Then I'm going to bump it up a little bit. Friday is normally a rest for me, but in the lead up to this event I'm going to run as many kilometres as I need to reach my goal. Righto, so that's all done. Now it's a matter of putting it somewhere where you're going to see it. So this is where I've got all my running clothes and some of my running memorabilia at the moment. I'm going to put it up so it's something for me to work towards for the next couple of months. As much as I love Strava, I will come in here after each of my runs or each night and just underline it if I did what I aimed to do, and I'll probably write my time in there as well. I like having hard copies of stuff rather than having everything online. It's just something a bit more tangible, a bit more in your face as well when you come to open the cupboard, choose the shoes that you're going to run in, choose the clothes that you're going to run in, and just have that as a reminder of where you've been and where you're headed as well. So step 1, figure out how many weeks you have before your event. Step 2, figure out how many kilometers you want to run in that week. Remembering as part of step 2, working out how many Ks that you're running each week. You don't want to be overloading your body too much, so we're aiming to increase by about 10% in terms of kilometers each week. And really that's 10% for a full week, but also 10% in your longest runs. So I've tried not to jump from 20 Ks to 30 Ks, trying to build 20, 25, 25, 30. You don't want to overload the body and risk injury by going too hard too early. Step 3, put in your non-negotiables, the days that you have to do the exercise. So for me, that's the Saturday and the Sunday for sure. I try to avoid having a long run and a threshold day back to back as well. But unfortunately, being Saturday, soccer is locked in there. And then I've got the longest amount of time on a Sunday to go for a long run. It's very hard to do 30 kilometers before school. In fact, the most I've ever done before work is 20 kilometers, I think. And even then the body feels a bit tired because I've got to go straight to being on my feet all day. So I'm kind of locked into Sunday being long run day, even though Saturday has been a big day as well. So unfortunately that's not ideal, but that's what I have to do to get through this. Step 4, make sure you put in a few different styles of runs throughout the week, which I've used different colors for, just to be another trigger for my brain, so I know how hard I'm going that day. And step 5 would be, once you've put in the non-negotiables and you put in your bigger days, just figure out where you can squeeze those extra kilometers in to get up to that amount of kilometers you need in that week. It is really important to note though, as much as I love having a training program, and it's great, I don't need to think about how far I'm going to run for the next 8 weeks. It's all there for me. It is really important that you do listen to your body as well. So if I wake up on a Tuesday morning and I'm just feeling absolutely zapped of energy, I might just go out for a slower, shorter run rather than trying to push myself in a steady run for 16 to 20 kilometers. I'm really going to try and listen to my body. Yes, ideally I'd love to do all these things, and I hope I can. But I'm not going to risk injury, and I'm not going to risk running myself into the ground just to make sure that I hit those numbers that are on the board there. Alright, well I hope that helps some of you with planning out what you're going to do. Even if you don't have an event coming up, it can be really helpful just to sit down and get it on paper what you would like to do each week. Just having a goal can make a massive difference in sticking to running some good kilometers each week. Otherwise it's a little bit too easy to make excuses for it and just not get out there. You might just hit snooze every day except for on the Sunday morning or whatever. So just get it on paper. Tip of the week, get a plan. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Get a plan on paper and try and stick to that for this week. Alright, just before I go as well, give you a quick recap of my running this week. So I hit 56 kilometers for the week, which is good. It's exactly where I wanted to be, having in mind that I want to be at 60 kilometers next week. Tuesday morning was a big run, 16.2 Ks in the morning. Wednesday went for a nice slow recovery run in the afternoon. Actually had a fair bit of walking in it too because Clara was not feeling her best. Thursday morning was that 12 minutes run as far as I can from work and then get back as close as I can in under 12.5 minutes ideally. And this time I actually did it in 12:03 on the way back, which was great. 3.1 kilometers out and then 12:03 for the 3.1 kilometers return. So that was the best I've done on a Thursday morning for sure. This run from home, I always title My Stupid Hills. This one I ran with Gabby because we live on very, very steep road. So it's a very steep getting down and then back up again, whatever direction you go. Saturday went out for nearly 21 Ks in the hills, which you've already seen. Then I followed that up with a bit of a walk with the family in the afternoon. And then this morning I went out for a nice 7.5 K, something like that, With Gabby, again, it was a nice slow pace, just letting the body recover, but still getting the kilometres into the legs. Bit of a walk this afternoon, and the total walking kilometres for the week are on the screen along with the running kilometres for the week. Thank you very much for watching The Wannabe Runner, and I will see you again next week. If anyone ever watches this that's not in Australia, you might find this interesting. Found a wombat on the track. Wilson's not terribly fond of him. These are the fun things that can happen when you go exploring. Wilson.